Hi, second grade. You did such a good job looking at our clocks yesterday and being able to write the time that matched them. Today, I'm going to be describing a time for you, and you're going to have to try to tell me what time it is by writing it on your board in your digital way. But then I'm going to challenge you if you can show me what that looks like on your analog clock as well. And we're going to write down both of those so you can go back and look at them on your own later on if you need some more help while you're doing your independent practice. So we know that there's lots of ways to write time. And a couple of things we talked about the last couple of days and way back when we were first learning about it at the beginning of the year. We talked about how we might describe times as half past when it's on the half hour and it's gone halfway past that hour, or the o'clock time. We've also talked about quarter past, right? When the minute hand has only gone about a quarter of the way through your clock. Lastly, we've talked about quarter till or quarter to. And that means that your minutes have gone almost all the way around your clock, and you're actually closer to the next hour than you are the hour that you have in your time. For example, 3:45 is actually, your hour is 3 and 3:45, but you're actually a quarter till or a quarter to 4, because you're closer to 4 o'clock than you are to 3 o'clock, because you've gone almost all the way around your clock. Pretty great, right? Well, the tricky part is remembering, what does that time look like? So today we're going to practice exactly that. So I'm going to turn your listening ears on, and you are going to use your whiteboards and your analog clocks to show me the times that I tell you. And then we're going to put them up here and share how we know that that is the time that we're looking at. Our first one is a quarter to 3 or a quarter till 3. What would the hour be if it's a quarter to another time? What would the hour be if it's quarter to 3? What do you think? What would the hour be? Why would the hour be 2 o'clock? Because the hour of 2 comes before the hour of 3. So if it's a quarter to 3, it's not quite 3 o'clock yet, is it? And what would the minute be if it's quarter to? Did you look at my chart? That's right. It is 2:45 to show that it's a quarter to 3. Now, what would that look like if we were going to draw that on an analog clock? Show me those clocks for me. That hour hand is almost to my 3. The minute hand is on my 9. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Look how close that hour is to 3. Really close, right? This shows 2:45, or it also shows a quarter till or a quarter to 3. Ooh, what about a quarter past 7? A quarter past 7. What would the hour be? What would the minute be if it's just a quarter past 7? Seeing some thumbs. What would the hour be if it's quarter past 7? Why do you say 7 o'clock for your hour? Because it's just a quarter past. So it's only gone that first chunk, right? So the hour is the 7. What would the minute be? Why would it be 15? Because when you've gone a quarter past, you're going to the 3, and when you count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, you land on that 15 minute. What would that analog clock look like if we were going to show a quarter past 7? Looking around, Where is your hour hand? You're right, your hour hand is just past the 7. Get it? See? Past 7. It's not half past 7 yet. It's only a quarter past 7. So it's just one of those first little notches past 7. 5, 10, 15. It's gone a quarter of the way past the 7 o'clock on your analog clock. What about half past 1? I bet you guys can show me that one in a snap. Show me half past 1. Holy guacamole, look at these second grade learners. Are you the same way at home? You know half past? Ah, if it's half past 1, where is my minute hand? My minute hand is on the 6, because it's half past. It's gone halfway around the clock. Ah, and where is my hour hand? It's halfway between my 1 and my 2. And what time does that show, friends? It shows 1:30. It's half past my hour. This one is quarter past my hour. This one is tricky because it's quarter to 3. It's still in the hour before that. Ooh, look at that. Quarter to, quarter past, half past. And every one of those, the hour hand is in a little different position than it would be than it would be if it was on the hour. It's almost the 3 for this one. It's still closer to the 7 on this one. And it's right smack dab in between on this one. Looking at these can help you know where to put that hour hand as well. Always pay close attention where that hour hand is, just like you pay attention to where your minute hand is when you're showing these times that are not right on the hour. Should we look at some other ones? Remember, we're always thinking, what time is it? And how do I know? And when we're describing or we're telling how we know, we want to look at the hands to give us some clues. Let's look at the next one. Quarter after 4. Ooh, this sounds familiar. Quarter after 4. Write your time on your whiteboards or in your notebooks. And hold them up. Quarter after 4. So what is my hour going to be, everybody? My hour is going to be the 4 o'clock hour. It's just a quarter after or a quarter past. And so our minute is going to be that 15. And what would my analog clock look like if it's a quarter past 4? Much like my quarter past 7, right? My minute hand is on the 15, or on the 3, or the 15 if we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. And my hour hand is just a hair past that hour because it's a quarter after 4, quarter past 7. Those two things mean the same thing. All right, what about half past 6? You guys are getting so good at this. It is 6:30. I can barely keep you guys in control. These half pasts are easy peasy camping easy. And what would that look like on my analog clock? Where would my hour hand go? Ooh, is it on the 6 or is it going to be half past the 6? Why is it going to be half past the 6 instead of both of those hands being on the 6? Because I'm going to tell you guys, I've seen it a lot of friends, and you know what? I bet even Miss Baker has done this before too, where I've shown 6:30 like this. Has anybody else ever done this? Yeah, because 6 is the hour, and the minute is on the 6 too, right? Because it's showing 6:30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But is this correct? No, it's not. Why? What's a clue in these words that helps me understand that? Yes. Just like 1/2 past helps me know that my hour hand has to go past the 1 and not just a little bit past, but halfway past it, which means it's halfway between my 1 and my 2. My 6 has to do the same. So when I show 6, my hour hand actually needs to be half past my 6 o'clock hour. It needs to be halfway between my 6 and my 7. I know it's tricky, it's confusing, but sometimes, even though these words make things a little bit more challenging, they also give us some clues about where those hands should be placed on that analog clock. I especially love my 1/2 past because it gives me a very clear idea of where those need to go. So this one, garbage. That is not correct. We have to change that thinking. Where is that hour hand going to be? If it's on the half hour, it is not going to be right on that hour. Last but not least today, friends, 1/4 to 7, or we might hear it as 1/4 till 7. What do you think? Is it going to be the 7 o'clock hour yet? Some of you think yes. Some of you think no. If it's 1/4 till 7, is it on the 7 yet? So if it's not on the 7, then what would it be? It's going to be on the 6. It's going to be the 6 o'clock hour. What will my minute be? If it's 1/4 to or 1/4 till, it's going to be at that 45-minute mark. Let me show you those analog clocks. Yours all match it. Let's see if you guys at home agree. 1/4 till 7. Almost to the 7. It's actually right on this little notch right before it. Not quite to my 7. So if it's not quite to my 7 yet, it's still in the 6 o'clock hour. All this space between the 6 and the 7 is still in that 6 o'clock hour. But it's so close to my 7 o'clock. It's at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 spot. Whew. You're going to have some more practice with this in your independent practice, my friends. Let's see how we can use these words, as confusing as they may be used to be for us. Remember, they can give us clues as to where our hour and our minute hands actually land on our analog clocks. And sometimes doing the analog clocks help us understand or help us tell our digital times just a little bit easier. Keep thinking, keep being strong mathematicians, 2nd grade. You guys are awesome.